Hello, everyone. My name is Alicia Stewart, and about 14 years ago, I came to New York. I grew up in the Midwest, proud Midwestern girl, and was raised by a middle-class family, great parents, fantastic siblings, and we were raised with some really strong values. Two of those values, loyalty and hard work. And so by the time I came to New York, I was a little bit discombobulated because from what I could tell, people move jobs all the time, which kind of like really kind of put me in a spin with my idea about loyalty and hard work and staying somewhere and just kind of duking it out and toughing it out. And by the time I came there, had a lot of ideas about the way things should be and was learning a lot of new ideas about the way things were. Now, I was very sheltered and shy, believe it or not, and but also still bold and a bit idealistic. So I adjusted. I figured it out. I started to kind of find my way. Got many, many apartments. I had 7 apartments in the course of a year and a half that I lived in New York, and I also had a lot of jobs. So one of my first jobs was working as a producer at a women's program. It was a news program geared specifically at women. I worked in helping produce a show that was geared at young women. And one of my favorite jobs was working on a docudrama that was organized around a popular motivational speaker. And what she did was she worked with everyday people to help them deal with the challenges in their life. And the tagline was, "Can you change your life in a week?" Well, I couldn't. But let me tell you, I got a lot of great ideas about, what to do when you needed to get something, how to ask for what you wanted, and how to, grow and deal with people. But I got to be honest with you, I had a little bit of trouble actually doing that myself. I was very old-fashioned and very instilled with these Stewart values that you don't quit and that you, continue to work hard towards something. And then I got this job, which to most people would have been an ideal job. Now, I grew up in a family that monitored what we watched on television, so I didn't have a lot of pop culture background, believe it or not, even though I was, a young adult by the time I came to New York. And so this job was great in one aspect, in that I kind of got that pop culture education. I watched Breakfast at Tiffany's for the first time, The Breakfast Club, The Princess Bride, and pretty much every Elvis movies. And let me tell you, ladies, he definitely was the bomb back in the day. And so it was, great in that regard where I got this pop culture. But, I would have been loath to admit it at the time, but I was absolutely miserable in other aspects because I did not feel challenged. I had gone to this renowned journalism school. I had these big expectations about how it would make an impact on the world and do something really important. And, I think it probably kind of showed a little bit in my attitude in the sense that I'm this usually enthusiastic, passionate person, but I was a bit of a shell of that by then. Now, I probably wasn't the only one who noticed this. My boss did, and one day she called me into her office, and we had a little chat. We were friends. We had a relationship. The small talk didn't last long, and basically came out and said, "Hey, I don't think this is the best fit for you." And she talked about what I was really great at, what I wanted to do. And it wasn't a firing, and I didn't quit. But we both agreed that the time at that job was pretty much done. We set a date, and that was that. It was the best firing I never had. So one of the things that I loved about that experience is that I was able to have some integrity, and she was honest with me in a very compassionate way. And so I was able to have some agency with that exit. And a few weeks later, after I had left the company and was deciding what else I did, I got a call about a great opportunity on a new groundbreaking documentary, and that ended up being the best job that I ever had.
Thank you.